Yep. If one more label try to stop me, it's gonna be some dreadhead.
Great morning, everybody. Hope everybody had a great weekend. But it's that time, Motivational Monday, baby. It's time to get going. It's time to make the week rich. Make the week rich, right? Make the week rich. I want to make it rich. How we do that? $1 million questions. $1 million questions. Well, great to see everybody. I'm glad you guys are on. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the prayers. You know, this weekend was kind of different. I as many followers and definitely people that have been following me long enough, they've seen me and my family went out and took a little trip. We went out hiking, and it was a great time. It was a great time to be with my wife. It was a great time to be with my family and to go out and do some hiking. It was a hot day. It was a hot day. Did we prepare for it? We prepared for the hike. We went all the way down to Hoover Dam. What did you say, Love? It was about 9 miles? 8 point something miles, 9 miles. Nonetheless, it was straight. It was an impacting moment because we were able to walk the path of what created the Hoover Dam. So I mean, the trail is called Railroad Trails, and it's in Nevada. It's right by Hoover Dam. It's a great, exceptional spot because you go through the mountains. You walk through these mountains. Now, anybody that's been back east knows very well about driving through the mountains. You have all those concrete, whole halls going through, that allow you to drive from one end to the other, right? These don't have that. So there's times where we're walking through and I'm just thinking wow, big earthquake right now. Wow, this could be the moment, right? So no, it was a great time. It really was a great time for us as a family to get out there and do some hiking. It brought a lot home for me. It really did, because it's so moving to see what men that were inspired to create something can do with whole heart, with whole faith, right? So that was exceptional. Okay. And then coming back to the car, and my boo was tired. You go hiking with dad, all I can think about is the goal. And then when I'm done reaching the goal, all I can think about is the destination back. You know what I'm saying? So that's all on my mind. Water's not on my mind. All it is get to the vehicle where there's a great source of water. That's all I can think about, right? So we get there, my boo is just tired. It was just a great time. And my boo looked at me and she said, "Dad, I want to go home." And I was like, "Yeah, I hear you. So it was a great time. I love it. I enjoyed it a whole lot. Friday was exceptional, and I was always, every single Friday we get on a conference call every single Friday with Matt Berry and some BU family, some other people that are associated with us, and it was a great time. Another Saturday morning, always getting on with my beloved brother Pierre Evans down in Phoenix, and just listening. You know what I mean? That's one of the greatest things and greatest forms of communication is listening. I love listening to informative content. Anybody that's been following me long enough knows that I love learning, and it's a condition. It's an absolute condition. Now, I'm gonna say something because I told you the topic. The topic is the secret. The secret. And so I summed it up around this: that whatever enterprise you're in, the entity of making anything in life is gonna take conditioning. And I figured it out that I've come to the point where I fully feel with whole heart and faith that conditioning comes before confidence. Conditioning builds that confidence, and that confidence comes with knowledge, right? And that confidence, it gives you that stem of energy, that stem of motivation, that stem of enthusiastic behavior, right? You just get this momentum going, right? But it takes conditioning. And so, as I said, I have $1 million question for you. $1 million question for you. Now, you're probably saying, "Coach, where did you get that $1 million from?" Well, the $1 million came from us hiking, me and my wife taking a long walk along the river, and this woman came up to us and gave us $1 million. Now, how many times have you gone walking with your spouse or by yourself and somebody just hands you $1 million? The rarity, right? It's very rare, right? But the message that was on the $1 million is what spoke so much to me that I had to share this message. I had to share the secret with you. And you're saying, Coach, what is the secret? Coach, I want to know what the secret is. What is the secret? The secret is going to help your enterprise, because I figured it out 2 years ago. I still apply it today in my life, and I apply it and I implement it more into my home, and I share it with anybody worthy enough to listen. Are you getting what I'm saying? That are worthy enough to listen, because there's so many people that are flapping their gums. There's so many people out there just jocking it up, chalking it up. But the reality is, you know what? They're not revealing the secret. Give me the secret. Show me the source of where the water comes and let me drink. You get what I'm saying? Show me the source. Just point me in the direction and I'll hike there. That's the mentality that I have. That's the mentality that you have to wake up. And how do you get that, Coach? How do you get that? You have to condition yourself to get to that point. Like I learned, even in coaching sports, it took a lot of conditioning. Like I was always that coach that was always representing, like, yo, I don't want to just be better. I want to be the best. I want to train for the best. I don't want to just be good. Good is average. And a lot of my athletes to this day, they remember the hills. They remember the hills of death. Why? Because it was hot. It was hot. I used to say it was hotter than Satan's butt crack here, man. And that's real, because why did I say that? Because it was miserably hot. My boys would put on their pads, their helmet, and they would run up and down these hills. You know what I'm saying? Why I did that? Because I wanted them to be the best. There were times where I would get in front of them and I would say, all right, it's follow the leader time. It's follow the leader. They would be like, they hated that, because they would, even with traumatic asthma, like I can't stand my asthma, but I have it. You know what? I'd get in front of them. And even if I broke down, I grabbed my inhaler, boom, 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 puff, I was good. But I did it to prove a point that you have to condition yourself to be the best. You can't just be better. Better is average. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people that are making a better life for themselves, but they're not the best. They're not conditioning themselves for the best in life. And that's the problem. And so the secret is so evident. The secret is so, and I'm gonna read you something. I always, anybody that knows me long enough, anybody that's been following me long enough, you know that no message ever goes without opening the God's word. From cover to cover, right? From cover to cover. So listen closely, because I'm about to display that number one secret. And the secret is so revealing. The secret is right before you, but so many people have missed it. So many people missed the opportunity. And that's because nobody's been directed. Nobody's been pointed. Nobody's been pointed in the right direction. So I'm going to give it to you real close, and just like this. Listen closely to what I'm about to read to you. And then I'm gonna give you the answer to the $1 million question. You get what I'm saying? So here it is right here. It says in Matthew chapter 9 and verse 20, it says, and behold, a woman which was diseased with an issue of blood 12 years came before him and touched the garment of Christ. Okay, check this out. And verse 21, it says, and for she within herself, if I may touch the garment, I shall be whole. You get what I'm saying? That's whole. Okay, now here's the last verse. But Jesus turned about and went and saw her and said, daughter, be of good comfort. Thy faith had made thee whole. Now I told you I was going to give you the secret. The secret is simple, your faith. So the question, the $1 million question, and the secret, the $1 million question is simple. Where's your faith at? You get what I'm saying? Where's your faith? Where is your faith in life? How do you measure your faith? Where on the scale is your faith from 1 to 100? You get what I'm saying? Like there's so many people that are out there, like I said, flapping their gums. But the reality is, yo, the more that you display information, you have to back it. You have to back it. And mine has been backed over and over by the number one motivational book in the world. Why is that? Because I made it. I made it a purpose. I conditioned myself every single morning to wake up to. You've seen the post. If you've been following me long enough on Facebook, you've seen the post. Me and Dr. Eric Thomas hanging out. 2:30 in the morning. That is my motivation every single morning to get up, to open up the book. That verse right there just witnesses, just a witness of the motivation, of the perseverance, of the determination that an individual had to cross. She was dying. She was sick. She was weak. She was mango. She didn't have the opportunity that you have this morning to wake up and be fully ready to go to work, to go to the gym, to go to Starbucks. I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, you have that opportunity. This individual didn't have that opportunity. She was sick. She had issues for 12 years. All she wanted to do is touch the garment of Jesus. Now, this is the second greatest story I have ever heard. The second greatest story I've ever heard. The first story was the secret to success, the guru, right? Socrates and the boy, right? He taught him a lesson, right? He said, if you really want to be, if you really want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, right? You had to do that. And that's the same essence, because this individual, she wanted to be whole. She wanted to, for 12 years, she was sick with issues. She got before the crowd, and the crowd cut her off, and she crawled to the bottom. She crawled and touched the garment. She persevered. You get what I'm saying? The number one motivation on the book, it was faith. Because when Jesus turned around, and said, your faith hath made you whole. Are you hearing me? Like, your faith has made you whole. And the opportunity that, it describes in black and white, it says, in your faith, if it be so strong, the size of a mustard seed, you can tell a mountain to move into the sea. That is determined faith. That is perseverance. That is strong. That is, that's dynamic, man. You get what I'm saying? That's so dynamic. Your faith has got to be at. So the $1 million question is, where's your faith at? You know what I'm saying? Where is your faith? On a scale of 1 to 10, where's your faith? On a scale of 1 to 100, where's your faith? And what percent are you applying that faith to your life, to your success? Because I'm going to tell you right now, the key to unlocking great success, whether it be in happiness, whether it be in your health, whether it be in prosperity, I don't know, but I'm telling you this for sure. The key to unlock that is faith. And I've learned it from people I've interviewed, from people that I've read about. I've seen it on the faces of so many people. It's applied faith into everything, and it's back. You can have a desire of making $1 million. You can have a desire of making $1 million, but you know what? If you have no faith in it, you will never make that $1 million. You get what I'm saying? It's that easy, my friend. It is that easy. So listen, it's genuine. It's very genuine. You know what I'm saying? It's sincere. It comes from the heart. You know what I'm saying? You can't just talk about it. You have to apply it each and every single day. You have to apply every single day. You can't miss it. So don't miss the opportunity. Remember what I said, man, condition. It takes time. It doesn't come overnight. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't come overnight. Elijah, a great example is Elijah. Job, you know what I'm saying? All the trials and tribulation, he stayed faithful. Elijah, man, he went to Ahab, was like, yo, man, you ain't gonna have water. Like God said, there won't be water for you, man. And then he went out and hid, and then came back and told him another message. Thought that he was gonna be beheaded, but like he came back and it was just like another verse, like, hey, this is what you're doing wrong, Ahab. I gotta tell you, like God told me as a messenger, I gotta come and tell you, I gotta come and preach, coach you up, and you're doing wrong, man. Like he conditioned himself. So you have to condition yourself for success. You have to condition yourself for what you want in life. Your goals, your dreams, your vision. I don't know what you have in mind, but I'm telling you right now, and I'm sharing it with you, the greatest secret is faith. When you have faith, you can attain anything, my friend. When you have the faith, you can grab the goal that's worthy. That is worthy. Are you hearing me? Because a lot of people miss that point. It's got to be worthy. God gave you 2 hands to receive a blessing and to give a blessing. You get what I'm saying? So, be a blessing today. Make every single day a great day. Make it a masterpiece as always. Always. Listen, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys so much for all your support. God bless. Hey, number one, I got to take a quick time out and thank everybody with Breathe You University. Breathe You University has done something just tremendous. And I mean that. Like, being affiliated with the Breathe You family, with Eric Thomas and family, definitely prayers and safe travels to Eric Thomas and Dee Dee as they're away right now. But blessings, absolute blessings. My brother's in the hospital right now. He's got 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. He'll be going to surgery. He was in an accident on Saturday, and he's got 4 broken ribs, knee jacked up. And he's bad. He's bad right now. He's in bad condition. and he's in Phoenix, Arizona. So a lot of people have been in prayer for them and BU, and I share that with you right now because you know what? Even in the trials and tribulations right now, you can still put a smile on. You can still wake up with enthusiasm. You can still wake up with determination. That's applied faith. You get what I'm saying? Like, I have faith that the doctors will have that training, that condition, you know what I'm saying, to work on my brother. And it's only by God's grace that he comes out of the surgery and he comes back and lives with me for a little bit or whatever God may have. And we continue to go forward, right? That's what it's about. So listen, make every single day a masterpiece. Make every single day a masterpiece. And please, please wake up with optimism every single day, no matter what. Don't be a pessimist. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching and sharing. I'm out of here.